Hey everybody, in this video I'm discussing the full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra on March the 25th, 2024. Libra is about relationships. Lunar eclipses are often associated with a crisis of change and weak relationships could end. This full moon, lunar eclipse, is forming a hard angle of tension to unpredictable, rebellious Uranus. And the moon in Libra is aligned with the South Node in Libra. The South Node is about detaching, letting go. Lunar eclipses brings a lot of matters to a head, to culminate, to focus on what's working, let go what's not working. And with that Uranus energies, there could be a lot of sudden, unexpected upsets, breakups, and all kinds of relationships. I'm including contracts, business relationships, negotiations, but certainly around personal relationships, because the main focus is Libra, and Libra is the sign of marriage and harmony in close relationships. But being a lunar eclipse, anything that has been simmering below the surface, that is just not something's not right, there might be some resentment. All of this is trying to come up. And with the Uranus in hard angle to the eclipse, it could be blindsiding a lot of people. Things that come in, there could be these sudden upsets out of the blue. Now, before I break all that down, and there's some real positive, it's not all negative. In fact, if your relationship is strong, solid, it will be tested, and then you'll realize you're even more in love and more committed to your relationships. Venus is that planet of love and desire and harmony, and it's going to be and it's the ruler of Libra, and so that Venus is in harmony, forming a sextile to expansive, lucky Jupiter and exciting, innovative Uranus. So it's a powerful full moon lunar eclipse that's going to be impacting us strongly for those next couple of weeks. 2 weeks after this full moon lunar eclipse will be a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. That'll be April the 8th, 2024. So with this eclipse season, there's going to be a lot of emotional ups and mood swings and changes, especially around relationships. There are some real positive energies coming in. There is one big word of advice. Don't make really important life-changing decisions between the eclipses, especially because decision-making Mercury is slowing down, intensifying, and will retrograde April the 1st till April the 25th. But before I start breaking all this down, and I want to take a quick look at how does Libra impact your individual sun sign. So before we get to all of that, if you enjoy these types of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find links to book an astrology reading or to sign up for my free daily horoscope. Let's start with if your birthday is within a couple of days around March the 25th. It's going to indicate that there's going to be a lot of big change, unpredictable change, and of course around relationships. If you have this full moon lunar eclipse is at 5 degrees of Libra. So if you have any planets within 3 degrees or so, maybe 5 degrees, either side of 5 degrees of Libra, or the exact opposite, 5 degrees of Aries, this lunar eclipse will be impacting you on a really personal level, not for a couple of days, but maybe a month to 2 months. One rule of thumb with the eclipses is there's a darkening of the light. You don't have all the information. Things are hidden. And so between the full moon lunar eclipse and then 2 weeks later, the new moon solar eclipse, one rule of thumb is do not make life-changing decisions during the eclipse period because the energies are too unstable. You don't want to make, sign contracts, make commitments when everything is in flux, or things could be revealed that could change your attitude about everything. But what's even more important with not making important decisions is Mercury, discerning communication Mercury, decision-making Mercury, is slowing down. And so its mental faculties are getting a little bit more sluggish as it goes retrograde April the 1st to April the 25th. Then it can, in the sign of Aries. Aries is that assertive, fiery energies, but when it's retrograde and in between these eclipses, there could be so much impatientness, restlessness, jumping to conclusions. So you want to calm down, do your due diligence, ask for second opinions. Could be a good time to reevaluate all your goals and expectations over those next couple of weeks. But try not to make life-changing decisions. What I mean by life-changing, don't quit your career. Don't be filing for divorce. Don't threaten it. Sit on it. Reflect on it. Let's look at that moon in Libra. That's aligned with the South Node. So there's a lot of detaching and letting go. And of course, the Uranus could be the sudden release and the unpredictable energies. But that Libra moon is the main focus. Even more so because in basic astrology, the chart of that set on the moment this full moon lunar eclipse occurred, it formed what we call a bucket configuration, meaning that there's a cluster of planets all hovering around the sun in Aries on one side of the chart. And opposite that cluster of planets is the moon. And this is called a bucket, with the moon being the handle. And in interpreting the chart, everything that is simmering below the surface and hidden because of the lunar eclipse gets funneled through the handle, so making that moon in Libra, being a lunar eclipse, being aligned with the detaching South Node. There's a major emphasis on reorganizing, changing, revising, relooking at your relationships. Let's just quickly go through the 12 signs. For Aries, or Aries rising, Libra is the exact opposite. So the Libra, for Aries and Aries rising, the Libra lunar eclipse is really putting a spotlight on the other, on your significant other, on important partnerships and relationships. So Aries and Aries rising might be having this impact even more so. With Taurus Taurus rising, the unexpected changes could be with your job. That's the 6th house. Or it's time to really start to revise your diet and get back into self-improvement. With Gemini rising, that moon in Libra is impacting your 5th house. But Libra is an air sign, very positive with Gemini or Gemini rising. So there's more of an ease and flow of this energy, putting a spotlight on the 5th house. But there could be these unpredictable changes. The 5th house could be dealing with your children or unexpectedly getting pregnant. The 5th house can be dealing with love affairs, and Libra is all about relationships. So expect the unexpected. It also deals with creative projects that may need to be revised and reevaluated. With Cancer, it's impacting home and family and real estate. With Leo, it could be impacting siblings or close next door neighbors. But the 3rd house, which is being impacted for Cancers and Cancer rising, you may be rethinking education, getting more professional training. Virgo rising, this intense energy is in your 2nd house of income. There could be the unexpected opportunity, but you got to be quick. You got to grab it. But chances are, any contracts, relationships that impacts your income, there could be some unexpected changes. With Libra and this intense lunar eclipse in Libra, it's putting a real spotlight on what do you want, where, your individuality. This could really put you in the spotlight. It could be a time of a lot of growth and change, but you don't want to make any decisions until after the Mercury goes direct and the eclipse season is winding down, because everything is so much in flux. But some really exciting new energies, opportunities could be showing up for Libras and Libra risings. And Scorpio, Libra is in the shadow sector or the sign prior to Scorpio. And that's in the positive. That could pull in a lot of spiritual practices, much more introspection, meditation. But on a more mundane level, the 12th house sector, which is what Libra is doing for Scorpio, the 12th house is the last house. Could be endings and transitions, and there is a lot of endings here only for those situations that have already outlived their purpose. For Sagittarius, it's impacting your 11th house of friendships, group activities, networking. On another level, it represents your future. And you might realize that some opportunities are coming in here that you have to rethink your future goals and plans. With Capricorn, it's in your career sector. There could be a lot of adjustments, a lot of unexpected change, but there's some real positive energies, as I've talked about with that Venus to Jupiter, Uranus. Could be where things change. It could bring more opportunity to advance in career and making more money. Aquarius, the Libra, an air sign, positive with Aquarius, an air sign, it's impacting your 9th house. Could put a real emphasis on higher education, teaching, marketing, publishing. But it's also the ninth house sector of long distance traveling. And so you might have to change your travel plans, or there might be some unexpected opportunities or excitements to start making long distance plans. A lot of you, it might be deciding to go back to school to get that degree, or maybe you're realizing I'm done with school. So a lot of flux of change with education. Could be with marketing. If you have an online business, you may need to make some alterations to the website, to your channel. And for Pisces, it is the Libra moon is in your 8th house from Pisces. The 8th house is about your financial responsibilities with others. It could put an emphasis on taxes, on your debts, on insurance. There's a lot of unpredictable changes going on with your finances with others. So I want to thank you for watching. If you'd like information on how to book an astrology reading or to sign up for my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.go. That's .co. Until next time, be safe and well.